From the book of Isaiah, the 50th chapter, and the 7th verse, it says, "For the Lord God helps me, therefore have I not been ashamed or confounded. Therefore have I set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be put to shame." When we look to anyone other than God to meet all our needs, we're setting ourselves up to be disappointed. Relationships work best when you establish boundaries and a budget up front. Ask, where does this person belong in my life when relationships begin to unfold? Ask, how much am I to prepare to invest in them? Because life's too short to be spent straightening out misunderstandings. Life is too short to be straightening out hurt feelings and damaged egos. And if you're wise, you'll avoid any relationship that drains you and leaves you asking, how did I get into this? When keeping someone happy means shortchanging the purposes of God in your life and losing your joy, you've overdrawn the budget. When someone needs too many phone calls, too many meals, too many loans, or other forms of attention, it's time for you to draw a line. In this new year, there must be boundaries established so that you might be able to do all that you have been purposed to do. You've only so much time and you've only have so much energy. Good stewardship, and we talk about stewardship often in our church. Good stewardship demands that you invest your life where there's the greatest return. I'm going to say that again. Good stewardship is where you invest your life where there is the greatest return. When people who are too needy demand more than you have the ability or the right to give, you've got to do two things. Two things. Number one, you need to renegotiate, because you cannot bankrupt yourself to make them feel good or make them sound better than you are. Bankrupt people end up with everything from nervous breakdowns to extra relationships because they are overspent. And at this point, prayer is so necessary. At this point, a good believer is necessary. At this point, someone with tough love needs to be in your life. The second thing you need to do is sometimes just walk away. There's some things that you just can't stay around. There are some people you just can't stay connected to. You've got to be able, sister, brother, whoever's watching me today, you've got to be able to walk away. Don't be afraid to walk away. Why? Because you're establishing boundaries. Set your face like a flint. Know that God will help you, and God will not allow you to be ashamed. Isaiah says, I will not be ashamed. In this closing, I want you to make up in your mind to let no one stand in the way of what God has called you to do. Because your first calling is pleasing Him. Let this be the day that you establish boundaries, set your face like a flint, and know that God will not allow you to be ashamed or confounded, and He will help you. Establish boundaries and watch God work in your life.